Good afternoon, this is Billionaire Barbie. I'm doing a read for Libras. Cross watchers, you're welcome to join anytime. Take what resonates, leave the rest behind. Okay, gonna knock on the cards. Bring in my salt for protection. I'm gonna ring the bell. Past, present, and future. Past card, Libra. It says resistance to change, fear of change, holding on, stagnation, and personal transformation. The death card, water. It's in Scorpio, upside down. I'm seeing this has something to do with a relationship, Libra. Something about the relationship, you didn't want it to change. You wanted it to remain the same. You were holding on to something that was causing you stagnation and fear of change. Sometimes when we enter relationships, we have to learn to let go. Let go of the fear of the unknown and just go with the flow. Because a lot of times when we hold on to things, it doesn't only hurt ourselves, it hurts the person that we're trying to progress with. It leaves the whole air in a bunch of confusion. Like which way to go, which way to turn, and mostly we turn backwards instead of forward. Okay, that's the past card. Here's the present. The Habitant. Tradition, intuition, religion, society. Its rules, forgiveness, mercy, wisdom, trust, confidence, morality, ethics. Energy of the unexpected. Like I said, most of the times it make us turn back to the past. Or where we once left, we retreat back to that because it's a familiar. Until we could get over what just happened to us or what we let happen to us. It says in here you're asking for forgiveness, mercy, you're asking for wisdom, trust, morality, ethics, religion, tradition, intuition, which is a good thing. At least you're headed in the right direction. At least you're headed in the right direction. I don't know what happened in this relationship. I'm seeing this is for Libras, but it's heavy. It's heavy and it's deep. At least you went to the Most High, it says religion, to get some kind of resurrection from the whole thing or understanding that's beyond your knowledge or capability, which is a good thing. Like I said, this is some heavy energy. I'm going to go to the future card. Like I said, Libra, this is about a relationship. And we have the Devil card. Anytime we know we have the Devil in a relationship, it's about lust. You're just together for the wrong reasons. When this card comes up, you're together for the wrong reasons, and you're chained and bound. Somebody here, it's just a prison. I've been in that type of energy, so I've gotten a Devil card in many of my relationship readings. So it's very hard to break out of. Like it says, shadow of self, attachment, addiction, restriction, lust, temptation, destructive behavior, materialism, codependency, and toxicity. This is not a good card when it comes to relationships. Yeah, it's in Earth, the Capricorn. says reduces to 6. The number 6 represents responsibility and harmony. If only it was that easy. If it was that easy, Libra. So, whatever you went through in your past card, it brought you right back to the situation that you just left. You did all that in the past, all that in the present. Once you got out of all of that situation, you went right back to that person, or you had some form of contact with that person, Libra. So the ball is in your court. You're going to have to make a decision whether you want to change and go with the flow, or you just want to let go. Because if you keep going the way it just went, it's just going to repeat the cycle. The same 3 cards. And somebody's bound to get hurt physically or mentally. Like I said, it shows you 2 are locked up, bound to each other for all the wrong reasons, which can change into a positive just because it's a negative. But we see the man is getting it far more worse than she is. He has fire touching his anus. So maybe he is locked up, really. In reality-wise, he is, not just in spiritual-wise. He is locked up because he's catching it far more worse than she is. Even though she has the horns on her head, he caught the bad end of the future card. Because this is Libra's energy. Libra went back to this person or had contact with this person after all that you've done. You left the situation. You left the situation, which is death. You left the situation to seek a higher knowledge of what to do in the present. And in the future card, you ran right back to that person that you were running from for mental clarity. Like I said, this person is imprisoned for real. He's imprisoned for real in reality. Because he has the fire touching him. He's getting it way more worse than she is. But she has her horns there, so this is sad. Like I said, Libra, cross watchers, whoever this is, take what resonates, leave what is. Maybe a person is in jail, incarcerated, in prison. Who knows? Maybe you had some kind of physical contact with them. Who knows? Maybe you're planning to have some physical contact with them even after they've been incarcerated or in prison, jail, whatever. Then I don't understand. You called it quits in the past. You ran to seclusion to get a peace of mind, to reflect on what happened, only to reach out to this person that is now incarcerated because of what happened to you guys. This is tough. This is some tough energy, Libra. You're really going to have to decide, what do you want to do? Do you want to go with the change? Because it says in the past card, resistance to change, fear of change, holding on, stagnation, personal transformation. Do you want to keep going that way, which leads you back to this fear of changing or going with change? Or you want to just do something new? The ball is in your court because this person is now locked up. They're nowhere near you. So the ball is in your court. I thank you for enjoying this read. Again, this is for Libras. It's about a relationship. I leave you guys with love, success, and prosperity and protection.